Browns, I'm trying so hard not to laugh, but I can't say the same for you, Franky-D. I know you trying so hard to keep your composure, but this one's a difficult one this time.
They are definitely cracking me up on a lot. You guys hanging in over there? I mean, you are just having me cracking up here in the studio. You just don't know. but thank you.
We just love to see people enjoy life. That's what we're doing now.
All right. Now, kind of jumping back into some questions that I have for you, and this is definitely a big one. When it comes to the character, Mr. Brown, how is that developed, and how do you keep getting that inspiration to just keep making us laugh every time we see you?
Part of it comes from people that I just grew up around, just seeing different people. And, Mr. Brown is kind of like that uncle that doesn't realize that the 70s are dead and gone. And so he kept the clothes, and he's keeping all the stuff that came with the 70s and the 60s, and however long he kept those clothes, and just keeps it rolling. And my inspiration was just from different people I grew up around. I can't say no names because they might get me.
We don't want them coming back for like copyright infringements or anything like that, right?
Royalties.
Royalties.
After that.
You stole my style. All right. It was kind of funny. The last show we had Jaleel White on, so he might come after you for his suspenders.
And the characters just kept growing through the years, and just I would keep the inspiration. Is I like to see the other actors on stage. I like to see them laugh. So it just keeps, when I'm trying to keep them on their toes, it just keeps me creating different things to just keep them back.
Yeah, he wants to have us break character. He's bad. He's bad with that.
Now, David, I'm sure that it's the norm for people to come up to you and telling you how funny Mr. Brown is all the time. Can you tell us about an experience where someone has come up to you and they've just, put everything out there, telling you their life story, telling you how hard it's been for them, and they're looking to you for hope and inspiration? Can you tell us about a time that have impacted someone that's come up to you in a situation like that?
Somebody told me last night, she said her sister passed away, and she said, let me tell you, months before my sister passed away, she would just sit and watch that show, and this was last night somebody told me this. She would just sit and just laugh, and it made her forget all the pain that she was going through, and it just, that just kind of done something to me. I just could just only say, wow. And I was just like, wow. She said her sister would have her over, and they would just sit and watch the show. She said she would just roll and laugh at you. And I was just kind of like teary because I just never imagined that I would be bringing joy to someone that's in that much pain.
Wow, that's definitely inspiration. What were your words to her? What did you say?
I couldn't say anything. I just kind of stood there with my mouth open because she was just like, she was telling me that this was just like a daily thing. They would record them. She said, well, I didn't have cable, but I would go with my sisters, and she would be watching it. And she said first she didn't watch the show, her sister, but then once she started coming over to visit her sister while she was ill, she started watching it because it was relieving her sister's pain. So her sister would just record them and play them back over and over. And I just couldn't say anything. I just kind of stood there in awe, just like, God, you're awesome. Because, you just... even just blessing through the sickness and all that they're going through.
They always say laughter's the best medicine, and you are definitely delivering it to us.
It's a good medicine.
All right, folks, you're tuned in to Set Free Radio.
Now, Set Free listeners, don't y'all go nowhere. For more information on Set Free Radio, or if you'd like to receive text message reminders about the show, please visit us at www.setfreeradio.com. We will be right back. Franky-D, myself, Miss Roshell, and on the line, David and Tamela Mann of Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. Don't y'all go nowhere.
You're listening to the hottest in indie urban inspiration with Franky-D and Miss Roshell on Set Free Radio.
You are listening to Set Free Radio. We are enjoying ourselves tonight with the stars of the TBS television series Meet the Browns with David and Tamela Mann. It has been one hilarious night up in here, I am telling y'all.
Now, it's definitely a good thing when you go from just known in, for example, the urban community to international. When I told folk, and I work in a multicultural environment where I see people from all walks, all creeds, ages, and I told them that I was getting ready to interview the both of you, it wasn't one person that did not know who you were or did not know that show. So you definitely have a huge audience there. Why don't you talk to us about the show Meet the Browns and what it's like to be involved in a network show?
Well, first, we're happy. I'm happy about it. But to be able to go into people's homes and bring laughter and bring joy and also to bring hope. Because a lot of stories that they write about is to give them hope, give people hope that they can make it through it, and also that you're not the only ones that are going through so many things. So to be able to help so many people, and again, to bring laughter, is really, it's medicine even to our own self on that.
And to see how the audience has grown, the diversity of the audience. When we first started, the urban market or whatever you want to call it, the chitlin circuit or whatever, but we started to look in the audience, and our audience started to grow in different, ranges from Hispanic, white, Asian, and we just look out in the audience, and it would just be a rainbow of people. And to me, that was to me, that's a blessing to just have, because comedy is comedy. Situations that we go through, it just happens in every family. And so I think that's what people can relate to with the show and the storylines, because we all go through a lot of these situations.
Now, talk to us about just the whole development process. I mean, we know you were on stage and doing an excellent job at that, delivering the character. But what was it like going through the piloting process? I know a lot of actors, basically, they have to worry whether they're going to get the part, where, of course, we pretty much knew if the Brown show was going to go, you were going to be Mr. Brown. But talk to us about just going through that piloting phase and what that was like for you.
Well, we didn't do it your conventional way. Tyler decided that, okay, we're going to shoot 10, because usually they'll shoot one pilot episode, and they'll run that one pilot episode by the networks and all that. Well, he said he was going to do it another way. We shot 10 episodes, so that way you can see the show develop, see the characters grow through the 10 episodes. Then he said, well, I'm going to give it to the network for free, just so you can see the ratings that you're going to get when these 10 episodes come out. And so after they did those 10 episodes, we did those 10 episodes, the network came back and ordered 80. Now, to put in perspective how we work at the TPS studio, most of the time they'll shoot one episode a week. That's how it's done regularly. What we do is we shoot 3 episodes a week. We come in early morning. Yes. So in 84. Yeah, sometimes we were shooting 4 episodes. And so we work on a fast pace, So we'll come in and we block, we'll do a rehearsal of the script, then we'll block it, and that means everybody know where they're going when they're saying what they're saying. We'll bring in the cameras, we'll do a camera block so the cameras can know where we're going when we say what we're saying, and then we'll go to lunch, come back and shoot it. And then we'll do that every day.
Now, how's that process just on the physical overall? I mean, that sounds like a rigorous process.
At first it was because it was something that you had to get used to, like your body, and staying the long hours, like, 12, 13-hour days. And then, but it's like once you get your body adjusted and you getting up every morning and
more than your body, your mind,
and studying the lines. And to me, I call it boot camp. When we're taping, I say I'm in boot camp. I feel like I'm in school because I have my scripts with me everywhere I go. Because I'm constantly reading over them. Now, some of us they can read them a couple times and adjust everybody's lines. But
I don't know who some of us is. I don't know.
But absorb, he can absorb everybody's lines. But David, he has it like that, thank the Lord. But I have to do a little bit more studying. But, it's time consuming, but it's good. When you come out with the end result after they get through cutting and slicing and dicing, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be a part of it.
And it keeps, for me, now I'm so used to the fast pace, I don't like the slow down pace and hurry up and wait and let's sit and wait and let's talk about what we're going to do for 5 hours that can be fixed in 5 minutes.
That studio top area is he's